everyone, it's Wanda with the Armchair Cat Advocate, and today we're responding to dumb comments. Well, comment, because I've only found one so far. And for some reason when I was going through comments, because when I go through Studio, it shows all of them, and I don't know why this one didn't come up, but this one was on. I was replying to a reply and saw this, and I'm like, oh, heck no. Um, no. No, we're going to talk about this, honey. Um, this really irritates me. This pisses me off because I don't know who this person is, but they obviously have no idea what we're doing here. And I looked up their profile. Of course, it's just another, random person with no content except their playlists, and they have two subscribers, which are probably their, close friends or their spouse and kid or something. And, they think they know everything there is to know about YouTube and content creation and everything else because they watch a lot, you know. So, hey, I've been singing in the shower since I was a kid. Doesn't mean I know how to sing and I'm going to win on big on the American Idol. I don't even know if they still have that going, but or those shows. So anyway, I wanted to read this comment, and I'm going to call out this user's name as well, because like I said, I did look this person up, and her profile picture is the stereotypical picture of what is called a Karen. And I apologize to all the Karens out there who are legitimately nice people. I'm sorry that your name has gotten such a bad rep, and you kind of got stuck with that. But this is, there's another term that I could use for this person, but I won't use it because of YouTube's terms of service. So I'm just going to stick with the Karen label because that's what she looks like to me. She looks like some petty, judgmental biche that has nothing better to do with her life than to make smart-ass comments on YouTube and to just go around to being judgmental and sanctimonious about everything because we know it all, right? We know it all. So anyway, let's hear what Karen has to say. So the person's name is, or the username is, Save Every Single Child Adopt 6948. Okay, first of all, you dumb biche, this is not a foster kid channel. This is a cat channel, number one. So I think maybe you're in the wrong place, first of all. And I'm kind of wondering because back when I was still friends with a certain content creator and doing lives with that content creator, we did a live where this person made a comment, and it was, well, how can you foster a child and not adopt them? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I was talking about fostering cats and getting them adopted. So I was talking about the fact that I think Valentino was getting adopted by Nunya at that point, and it was known throughout the community that that was happening. I don't know if it's the same person or not, but if it is, if I see this person's name again and another snarky comment like this or ignorant comment like this, they're just going to be hidden because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. I don't mind if people have, and people know this because I've had legitimate questions in the comment, and so has Dawn, like, or I've had people say to me, why do you do it this way? Like, why do you have to feed at 3 o'clock in the morning? Or why do you have to do this? Or maybe this would be a better way. And I'll respond to that. I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't have a problem telling you why, I feed at 3 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning because it's quiet. There's nobody around. I don't have to worry about what's going on in there. I don't have to worry about any kind of, hang on. I think there was some discussion going on that was getting a little heated. Um, so let me find this again. So I don't mind, answering a question. I don't mind people, like a lot of people have been offering advice about Jack, and, like I've cat mama's emailing and telling me, she's had cats that came from the street into her home, and was talking about how she's dealt with some of the issues that I'm dealing with, or issues that Dawn's dealing with. And that's fine. We welcome that. We don't have a problem with that at all. I've had other people, try pumpkin. Okay, well, I already was doing that, but thank you anyway, because people are making suggestions. I don't have a problem with people making suggestions, and I don't have a problem asking me, well, could you do this or could you do that? Or, I mean, I have people that I know from, well, from the other channel I was, that it wasn't my channel. I was just friends with the person that had it, but I knew subscribers from there that followed me over here, and they email me with suggestions and things, and I don't have a problem with that. But this kind of crap I don't like, because it really it makes me feel, and the same thing with Dawn, because I know Dawn and I, she goes through a lot of stuff too. I mean, you see how much she's going through, and, well, we'll talk about it. So, let me read this. So here's what she says. She says, this was on the one where I said, dealing with a difficult colony cat, I think, or something. It was about Jack. And she says, if you can't care or afford for these cats, bring them to a better place, or to people that will afford and to adopt them and love them. Well, aren't you a sanctimonious little bitch? You think you know it all. Adopt every single, save every single child, adopt, blah, 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 blah. Aren't you wonderful? Let me ask you something. Save every single child and adopt, blah, 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 blah. Let me ask you a question. Can I have your contact information? Can I? I'm going to ask you what Furball Farms asked all those people that were sending in comments about, oh, you don't, you have to save, these places that euthanize the animals, and it's horrible, and, why don't you do something about that? And Furball Farms' response was, why don't you do something about it? Instead of coming at us, why don't you do something about it? It's a legitimate question, folks. It is. It's a legitimate question. If you're going to come at someone and you're going to point a finger and you're going to judge them, it's a legitimate question. What are you doing to solve the problem? I don't see any PayPal money coming in from this beesh. I don't see anything coming from Amazon from this beesh. You want to help? You want to send me $20? That'll cover the spay or neuter of one cat. You want to send me $10? That'll just cover like 12 cans of Friskies. Because Friskies are about 7 to 8 cents a can. And with tax and everything, I think 12 cans are like $9, almost $10. So you want to help? You want to, I can't afford it. So I want to talk about this, because this really has me mad. This has me really mad. Because I know what I go through. I know what Dawn goes through. I know what colony managers in my area go through. People are sacrificing their time and their dime to support cats that they don't own. And that's the key word. Or the two key words, don't own. They don't belong to us. They're not our pets. They're colony cats. They're cats that somehow ended up on the street. Rather, they got lost, they got dumped, they were born out there like Mushu. They, got lost. Whatever happened to them, they ended up on the streets. They're unowned cats. They're not even considered. They're not even considered by a lot of the. Well, you look at where Dawn is. They're considered vermin. Where I'm at, they're considered wildlife. It's on the books. It's on. They're actually lumped in the same category as possums and raccoons, and they're considered a rabies vector species. And any rabies vector species, at least in Pennsylvania, the way it works as a rabies vector species is you can't just move them out of an area. So, for example, if you had a groundhog, or you had, well, I don't know, possums, it's very, very rare that possums get rabies. So I don't know if they're considered rabies. I mean, they could, but it's very rare that they do. So I'm not sure how they're classified. But let's just say a raccoon. Let's say you have a raccoon that's in your yard. Legally, now I know people do this, but legally, you can't just trap that raccoon and take it and dump it somewhere, because of the danger of them possibly having rabies. And if they have it, then now you're spreading it to another area. You see where they're going with that? You have to have, I think, a game warden, or I don't know, it has to be somebody official that will trap and transport. That's how it works. You can't just, or I guess maybe an animal, maybe animal control, I don't know. But it'd have to be someone, I guess, maybe they're licensed by the Pennsylvania State or Fish and Game, maybe. I'm not sure. But I do know that you can't transport, because it's against the law to transport these cats, to move these cats from, to relocate them out of their colony. So that's the first thing. And this person with this, this isn't like it's not like I have, it's not like I have 19 cats and I decide I have 19 cats that I can't afford, that I'm always begging for money for the 19 cats. I'm always asking for donations for, this and that and the other, because I can't afford it. I don't have money for vets. I don't have, they don't all have their rabies shots or whatever. It's not like that. It's not like, I have that many cats and then I add another one. I find another one and I decide, oh, I'll keep this one too. Or I go on Craigslist and go, oh, this one needs a home. I'll go get that one. That's not how this works. That's not what I'm doing. And that's not what Dawn does either. We're not looking for cats. We're not. And this dimwit here, with this dimwit comment, if you can't care or afford for these cats, bring them to a better place, and to people that will afford and to adopt them and love them. Well, first of all, that's poorly written too. You want to be, I want to be nitpicky. That will afford and to adopt them and love them. Okay, well, explain, and okay, so save every single child, adopt, blah, 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 blah. How about this? Why don't you call the York SPCA and ask them why they won't take stray cats in, or even friendly strays? Go ask them that. And while you're at it, also call Best Friends Animal Society and ask them why they're, pretty much going around plying all of these rescues with money, offering them big bucks for them to go no kill. But then when they go no kill, which really doesn't mean no kill, it's limited admission. So they're unaliving. Sorry, YouTube, shouldn't have used that other word. They're unaliving plenty of animals, as collateral damage because, like Jack can't get admitted to the SPCA because guess what? Jack is a stray cat. Jack's considered feral. Rather he is or he isn't, he's considered feral. Look at Mushu. Mushu could probably be adopted, but she's going to need fostering. Who's going to do that? Are you going to do that? Save and adopt and blah, 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 whatever the frick your name is? Are you? Are you? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you're doing anything. I think you're just another stupid biche on YouTube, like the Temu Troll, like some others that have been on this channel, that like to just, talk out their mouth and their butt at the same time and do nothing. And we really don't need somebody like you here in the community, so, please don't come back. And if you do, you're gone. Because a comment like that, it's disrespectful. It's ignorant, number one. It's not even that you, like, if you can't care or afford for these cats, they're cared for, okay? You POS. They're cared for. Yeah, I don't have $500 to take Jack to the vet. Yes, that's true. But Jack isn't my cat. And you have to understand that. They're a colony cat. So here, let me ask you, Miss POS, the alternative to what Dawn and I are doing, okay? The alternative to what we're doing, the alternative to giving them the basics, giving them food, giving them water, providing whatever shelter we can for them, giving them love, giving them spot treatments, revolution, whatever. Using supplements and all the stuff that I'm doing for Jack. What's the alternative to that, you POS? What is it? It's letting them unalive on the street, slow and painfully. I know. Come here. Where are you going? I just got somebody. Where's he at? Hey, you're on camera. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill. You're on camera. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill. Look. Mr. Bill, you're on camera. See, you got fleas. See, he's not cared for, is he? POS. Does he look like he's uncared for? Take a good look at him. Have you ever looked at any of our videos? Have you ever watched my videos? Have you ever watched Dawn's videos? Look at him. He's definitely not starving. His coat isn't matted. He's up to date. He's up to date on his rabies. He's going to need them next month. He has to get redone next month. But as of now, he's current on his rabies. Rogue's current on his rabies. Even the colony cats that I can catch, like Abra, I'll take her and get her a rabies shot. I'll update her rabies. So for this person to be saying these things, I can move this over a little bit here. Ignore the crap on the shelf back there. I'm trying to get all that stuff. I just got rid of a bunch of recyclable stuff. I'm getting rid of some of this, all these boxes and stuff. I've been breaking them down, moving them out. So I'm starting to get a little bit of room in the kitchen at least. It's just really, it's really irritating when people are so ignorant and so stupid, but they don't even want to learn. They don't even want, they just look at one thing and go, if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't have them. Well, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have them. Neither should Dawn. Neither should any of the other people in this community that feed cats. And believe me, I'm not the only one that's living in poverty and feeding these cats and basically putting them before a lot of, I mean, I have my basic needs met first. I do take care. I mean, my bills are paid. My bills are paid, you know. Well, food right now, everybody's struggling with food insecurity right now. You know, I do the best I can to feed myself on a budget. You know, the basic things are met. Basic needs are met. But above and beyond that, that's why I don't have, you know, beautiful, neat new clothes. That's why I haven't gone to the salon in I don't know how long. I just basically trim. That's why my hair is so long. My hair used to be much shorter, but I just basically trim it. I just keep it trimmed up because I can't afford it. Because that's like 20, $25 that I could use for cat food. Until we had this channel, I look, they were fed. Even before I had this channel, they were fed. It helps a lot to have this channel because we have so many wonderful people in the community helping out with support, sending food and everything. But, you know, these people are so ignorant and they really annoy me. They really, truly do. To say something stupid like that, you know, I don't see her. Well, hey, how about this? I wonder where you live. Where do you live in the country, Miss POS? Because if you're close by Dawn, she's got a kitten that you could go get. You want to, what was it? Save, what is it? What is this? I can't remember this. It's so long. I mean, who has a username like this? Save every single child, adopt. Well, you know what? Then go save the kids. So stay away from. We don't have kids here. We have cats. We have furry kids. She's you know, save every lonely child or something's on her channel page. Some wackadoodle. You know, this is what people don't understand: is these cats are not pets. These cats are colony, you know, and here's the double-edged sword for me, and I guess for Dawn too. I don't know what he's doing back there. He's still grooming himself. I'll try to move this over here so you can see him. Here's the double-edged sword for Dawn and I. You know, we have this channel and we want to show these cats as cats. You know, we want to show them as they're really no different than the cats that you have in your house. They still have the same behaviors. They still, like Moosh, she loves it. You know, Moosh is like, she's gotten spayed and now she's got a taste of being inside. She's loving this. She's just like, she even was, she was down by the feeding station and that little tabby cat that's been hanging around, the young one that's been hanging around, the newer one. I think it's a little boy. I tried to check, you know, I tried to check tonight. I couldn't really get a good look, but I think it's a little boy. But she was like, I was bent down to pet him and she like came between my legs and growled at him. She's going because like she wants all the attention now. Like she's like she's a little attention hog now because she got a taste of being inside. She came in for dinner. You know, she came up for her meal. That was interesting because Abra wouldn't come in. Abra was first. Well, Jack chased Abra, and then after when she tried to come up the second time, then Moosh was up here and she saw Moosh and she took off. I'm like, well, since when are you afraid of Moosh? So I went down after I fed them all, and while they were eating, I went down, I got Abra, I picked her up, and I carried her back up into the apartment. I brought her in, and she's back sleeping on my bed right now. And she still has fleas. I was combing her. I'm combing her, and I didn't find as many as I did before. She's not completely infested, but so I gave her another cap action. So those things are gold. I wish I had, well, I knew about them, but I wish I had tried them a long time ago, because they really do work. I mean, now I only have one more. I have Masu yet. And he's horrible to put flea treatment on. I got Niffler done. Niffler doesn't like it, but he kind of just like freezes. Once you get hold of him, he runs, but when you get hold of him, then he just, and the same way with Zuki does the same thing. They just like freeze, and then they just howl. They just, they don't like it. But let me see if I can get him over more. But Masu's the last one that I have in here. But I was combing through Abra, and I found 3 or 4 fleas on her, which isn't as bad as before. So I gave her another cap action to kill, whatever, try to, kill off the adults, because that's the problem. It's the eggs hatch, and that's what revolution does. Revolution interrupts the cycle. So, when you have the ones you already have ones on there that are going to hatch, and then you have those, so you just have to kind of keep up with it until you get under control. But, anyway, off topic. But people just need to understand that these cats are not, they're not pets. They're just not. And if I can't, and this just tells me how ignorant this person is. And I'm hoping that this person is a troll. I'm hoping that they're just a troll, but I don't know. I mean, judging by their name and everything, they look like they're, they fit into like a certain category, and I won't go into detail, but they fit into a certain category, and they just seem like they're very stuffy and judgmental and, sanctimonious, and, oh, I want to save the world. Oh, you want to save the world, but you don't want to get off your ass to do it, though, do you? Yeah. And you can find a home for them. Okay, well then why don't you want to help me do that? You want to help me? Okay, message me. I left a comment for you. Comment back. Give me your contact information. Or, email me. You got the email. It's really easy. The Armchair Cat Advocate at gmail.com. Very easy. Let me say it again. The Armchair Cat Advocate at gmail.com. Very easy. All one, all run together. There's no hyphens or anything in and underscores over whatever. Nothing like that. No, everything, no capitals, and it's not just the Armchair Cat Advocate. So, very easy. You want to help? Want to put your money where your mouth is? How about this? You want to donate $500 so I can take Jack to the vet? The last person that came at me about Jack, the person that I thought was a friend, who should have known better, who came at me about Jack and then came at me about the car, when I proposed that to her, all of a sudden everything went radio silent. So either, put up or shut up, one or the other. Because I think just an estimate, probably $500, at least here in my local area. I'm thinking $500 would probably cover the what do they call it, the fee, the office visit. The office visit, the checkup, the basic blood work panels and things like that. You know. Or if you know a rescue. I even asked her that. I said, hey, you know any rescues in PA that are willing to take him? Let me know. I'll find a way to get him there. You know, I mean, you have people who want to come and adopt them all and give them loving homes. Hell yeah. Just tell me what time they'll be here. I'll have them all packed up for you. I'll get totes for them. I'll get carriers. I'll figure out a way to get carriers for them. I'll figure it out. I'll call some people that I know locally and say, hey, how many carriers you have? We need like 12 carriers. We're going to get rid of all the cats. They're going to go to loving, caring homes that can afford to take care of them, unlike me. You want to come up here, bud? Come on. Do you want to come up? Come here. Here. You want to show Miss Save and Adopt blah, 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 POS? How uncared for you are? Look. He says, look, I'm not cared for at all. Look at me. I got fleas. That means you don't care for me. Look how long his toenails are. Look. His toenails are overgrown. Look at him. He's all skin and bones. Look, he's got you can count his ribs. Look at that. He goes, Mama, don't say that about me. He gets no attention, as you can tell. He's pretty feral because I never pick him up or hold him or anything. I'm going to hold him like a week. All right, I'll put you down. There you go. You going to come up? Do you want to come up? So yeah. So that was a comment I read this morning. I'm like, hell no, I got to respond to this. Because this is not okay. No. Dawn and I work our butts off. And not just us. I know there's other people too that do this. And I'm thinking of a couple, but I don't want to call them out because I don't know if they would want to be called out or not. But, I'm thinking of a couple that, I know here on the channel that do this that do this. And, they're doing the same thing. They're struggling. A lot of kitties. I mean, we have one person in the community that her husband used to drive. I think they had 2 or 3 colonies. I can't remember what she said, but he used to drive to take care of colonies of cats. What? So, So he shouldn't do that either? I mean, if you can't afford them, if you can't give them a loving home, then maybe you shouldn't be taking care of them. I really dislike people like this person. I really do. I really, really do. It's really hard for me not to be sarcastic and nasty with people like that. They just piss me off. Because what comes out of their mouth is pure stupidity. There's nothing rational about it. There's no thought. It's just ignorance. It's just pure. Well, no, it's not even ignorance because people that are ignorant can be educated. This person just clearly is stupid. Just stupid. And it's rude too. To say something like that. And I noticed there was no comments and there was no likes or anything on it either. People just ignored it. Which is probably the best. Just ignore it. But I just want to put it out there because it bothers me because to me it's just rude and it's offensive to people that are doing this work. And we already don't get a whole lot of love because there are people that don't like the cats. We have local governments that don't like the cats, and they just don't understand, and they're well, some of them are ignorant, but a lot of them are just stupid too. And they don't stop and think how everything is connected. They don't stop and think that this isn't just stray cats. This is indicative of a problem in your local community. Because you don't see this kind of stuff in the gated, wealthy communities now, do you? They might be, if they are there, if they're there, if the cats are there, then they're either hidden really well by one of the people, the residents that live in that community, or they're like on the outskirts or the perimeter of the community, like maybe in wooded, like Dawn talked about, like a wooded area. Like if they're surrounded by a wooded area, they might hang out in the wooded area and just sneak out at night to go in people's garbage cans or whatever. But I can guarantee you, in those kind of communities, they'll take care of the problem. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And they won't take care of the problem by spaying and neutering and doing everything we're doing. They'll take care of the problem in a different way. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. So to have some twit like this, and I'd like to use the A. I'd like to use an A in that word instead of an I. But to come at, to say that to people. No. If you're not going to, again, it goes back to fur, and I can't remember if the Furball Farms one. Actually, I'm going to look this up. Okay, I found the one from Furball Farms. I'm going to play it for everyone. I thought that it might have had music in it, and I didn't want to do that because then I'd get copyright. What do they call it? Copyright claim. That's what happened. I played one of our members, community members. We don't have members yet. Everybody, don't get excited. One of our community members, just like a subscriber, she started her chat. She started her own channel, and I played a short of hers, and not realizing that that I could get in trouble for that, and I got a copyright claim, so I had to ditch the. It was a live stream. It was just like it wasn't an important thing. It wasn't a big deal. But this is just Jewel. I think it's Julie. I think it's Julie. I'm not sure if it's Julie. It sounds like her. But I'm going to play this for everybody. And I just want you to hear what she says, because this is what I'm saying to this POS, save the kids, blah, 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 blah person.
Hi, it's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, aren't they beautiful? So these guys are going to be humanely euthanized. They're just little cutie patooties. And please don't be mad at animal control or the humane societies. If you are angry that they have a euthanasia program, then we would ask that you give those facilities your contact information, so when they make the very difficult decision to euthanize, they can call you.
I love that one.
It's
That's
okay.
my that's
Oh my
whoops.
goodness.
That's one of my favorite ones that she did. It's like, yeah, okay. You know, instead of bitching at me and other colony and telling us that, well, why are you doing this if you can't take care of anything? Okay, then give me your number. Give me your contact number, your number. Give me your number. You know, just like the person that I thought was, that I considered a friend that actually adopted a cat that came from this colony. Then to come at me about Jack and say that, oh, well, he needs vet care. I fucking know that. You don't have to tell me. I know that. The problem is, I only get a little over $900 a month. That person's on disability too. I would think she would get that. But apparently not. I'm barely making it. Dawn is barely making it. Dawn and her husband have spent nearly all of their retirement. What are they going to do when he retires? Or if, heaven forbid, something catastrophic happens with his health and he can't work anymore. They have nothing. They have no safe place to land. They have no safety net now. And some people would say, oh, it's crazy what you did. Well, I wouldn't do that for a cat. Blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the difference between those people and us. We care. We don't want to see things suffer. We don't want to see people suffer. We don't want to see animals suffer. And so we try to do what we can to help. And sometimes, yeah, it gets us in trouble. And yeah, a lot of times, like, I have to remind myself, okay, I have to make sure that I'm fed and that, I'm doing everything. Like, people, so many people, and people are concerned. People are concerned. They don't mean anything by this. They're being respectful. But when they're saying things like, oh, keep Mushu, I can't keep Mushu. I can't. I already have, and the only reason I have the amount of cats that I have in here is because I have, several of them are designated as emotional support cats. And then I went through a disability advocacy organization, and they basically mediated with my housing provider and explained to them, well, kind of explained/threatened the ramifications of denying somebody with a disability emotional support animal, and also the fact that even the cats outside are like helpful to my mental health. And since this is a program for people with mental health issues, it kind of had to go along with it. But along with that is they know that I care for them. I don't, like, I went down this morning. They didn't eat all their food. I went down, picked up all the food. The only thing that's down there is a pan of dry food and water. They always have a pan of dry food and they always have water. They get wet food once a day. With all the donations that we've been getting, I've been able to give, if I see a couple of them underneath the car, like feet underneath my car. That's where I have to, that's where the landlord allows me to do it. So that's what I have to do. But the cats will, if I see like Wuss Puss or Lawless, one of the original colony cats, if I see them, underneath there looking for food, I'll take some wet food down to them because I have enough right now to do that. And that's because of our community and the amazing people in it that actually support us and are helping us. So that's kind of my rant for today. I just couldn't not respond to that because it was just so dumb. And I really hope that person's just a troll. I hope that they're not. I hope that they're just a troll, that, that whole comment was just to be a troll, and that they're not legitimately that stupid. because it's easy to do all this. I mean, somebody that, adopt all the children, okay, well, how many children have you adopted? Because I don't see anything on your channel. I mean, I don't see any. I mean, I just see playlists about Goodwill and cooking tacos. That's what I see. I don't know. It could be a sock account. Could be. It could be somebody from the other channel that, you know, is still upset because we walked away and our channel's growing. That's a possibility too. But whatever, whoever, that's my response. Put up or shut up. That's my, 4 words: put up or shut up. 5 words: put up or shut up. If you want to help solve the problem, donate to Dawn, donate to me, to the colony, not to me personally, because anything that you give to me is going to the colony, not to me it's going to me, but it's not. It's going to me and it's going to Dawn, but it's not. We're not using it for personal. Like, we're not going out and buying new clothes or computer games or anything like that. It's going towards cat stuff. So I'm going to leave it there. And I do appreciate everyone who has, supported this channel and continues to support the channel, and people that are giving, the kind words, and people that are questioning and asking questions and comments, and, wanting to know, wanting further explanation on different issues. That's fine. We don't mind that at all. We don't mind that. I mean, you've seen, we show our receipts. We show what's, being bought. I mean, I won't necessarily, unless I know the person's okay with having their name out there, I don't tend to, I will show, like, or talk about what was donated and thank the person because I know they know who they are. But, if there's a card with it and they have their username on it, then, or if I know their username. I mean, some subscribers I've known since the other channel, and so I know their names, but I'll just use their username, but I know who they are. And I do appreciate everything that everyone's done and continues to do. So I just wanted to make that, I want to just talk about that. And I wanted just people to understand that these aren't pets. It's a whole different thing. And I know Dawn wants to do something about colony structure, and I think that would be a good live. I think that would make a really good live to talk about that. To talk about the colony and how they're structured, and even though they're cats, I mean, there's still, differences, like legally we're not, well, Dawn's considered the owner, but that's only because that's because she's not well liked because of what she's doing. I've had issues too, but they kind of like pop up, and then I deal with it for a little bit, and then it goes away. I've had upstairs neighbor that's starting his crap again. He claims that the cats are pooping in front of his door all the time. They're not pooping in front of his door. More than likely, that's one of the possums, because they climb up on the roof. They're up and they climb on the 3rd floor in the roof, because that's how they get on the roof. They climb up. They go up the stairs, and they can climb, but I mean, I've seen them go up the stairs and then go onto the roof from the stairs. So more than likely it's the possum. It's not cats. Because, we all know that cats don't like to eliminate on hard surfaces. They're going to find something soft, which is why they'll pick your bed if they don't like the litter box or if something's not right. So thank you everyone for watching, and I appreciate you all. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. You know, try not to leave one like that. And I'll see you in the next one. So until next time, bye for meow.